Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel, where we explore the most enchanting stories from around the world. Today, we're traveling to the lush green landscapes of Vietnam to uncover a beautiful tale about kindness, magic, and unexpected blessings. This is the legend of the Golden Snail. Long, long ago, nestled in a peaceful village surrounded by vibrant rice paddies, lived an old woman. She was all alone in the world, and her days were filled with hard work just to get by. But despite her poverty, her heart was full of kindness. She had a gentle soul and never hesitated to help others, sharing what little she had. One bright morning, as she was by the stream fetching water, her eyes caught a glimmer on her water jar. There, clinging to the side, was a tiny snail with a shell that shimmered like pure gold. It was the most beautiful snail she had ever seen. Instead of shooing it away, she felt a wave of compassion. She looked at the tiny creature and whispered, "Oh, you poor little thing, you must be lost. Don't you worry, I'll take you home with me." The old woman gently took the snail and brought it back to her humble cottage. She carefully placed it in a clean bowl filled with fresh water, making a safe little home for it. From that day on, her lonely days were a little less so. She would talk to the golden snail every day, telling it about her work in the fields, her thoughts and her dreams, treating it just like the child she never had. And then something truly mysterious started to happen. Every evening, when the old woman returned home, weary from a long day of toiling in the fields, she was greeted by an astonishing sight. Her small, dusty cottage would be spotlessly clean. The floor, once earthen and rough, was neatly swept. And most wondrous of all, a pot of hot, steaming rice would be waiting for her on the stove, its comforting aroma filling the air. At first, she thought she must be imagining things, but it happened day after day. Who could be doing this? She had no family, and her neighbors were just as poor and busy as she was. The mystery deepened, and her curiosity grew stronger with each passing day. She was grateful, of course, but she longed to know who her secret helper was so she could thank them. Determined to solve the puzzle, the old woman came up with a plan. One morning, she pretended to leave for the fields as usual. She walked out the door, closed it behind her, and made her way down the path. But instead of going to work, she circled back, tiptoeing to the side of her cottage and hiding behind the old wooden door, where she could peek through a small crack. She held her breath, her heart pounding with anticipation, waiting to see what would unfold. She didn't have to wait long. From her hiding spot, she watched in absolute astonishment as the little golden snail began to move. It slowly, carefully climbed out of its water bowl and onto the floor. The moment its tiny body touched the ground, a soft light began to emanate from its shell. The golden shell gently opened, not like a snail's shell at all, but like the petals of a blooming flower, and from within, a figure emerged. It wasn't a snail, but a breathtakingly beautiful young girl. She was dressed in robes of shimmering silk that seemed to flow like liquid gold, and her face was as radiant as the morning sun. The old woman gasped, covering her mouth to stifle the sound. She couldn't believe her eyes. Was this a dream? The girl, unaware she was being watched, immediately set to work with a graceful efficiency that was mesmerizing to behold. She swept the floor with gentle, deliberate strokes, tidied the sparse furniture, and then moved to the stove to cook a fresh pot of rice and prepare a warm cup of tea. She moved with a celestial elegance, transforming the humble cottage into a cozy, welcoming home. The old woman's heart swelled with a mix of awe and deep affection. She couldn't stay hidden any longer. Pushing the door open, she stepped inside, her voice soft and trembling as she asked, "My child, who are you? How is this possible?" Startled, the beautiful girl turned when she saw the old woman. Her expression softened. She gracefully knelt before her and spoke in a voice that sounded like wind chimes. "Venerable mother," she began, "I am a fairy from the heavenly kingdom. In a moment of carelessness, I broke a sacred rule, and as punishment, I was transformed into a golden snail and banished to the mortal world." The old woman listened, her eyes wide with wonder. The fairy continued, a gentle smile gracing her lips. "I was alone and lost, but you found me. You showed me such kindness and compassion, treating me not as a mere creature, but as your own family. Your love and care broke the curse and allowed me to regain my true form." Tears welled up in the old woman's eyes as she helped the fairy to her feet. The fairy's smile was bittersweet as she explained, "Your kindness has earned me my passage back to heaven. I must return now, but I cannot leave without repaying the love you've shown me." With those words, the fairy raised her slender hand. A brilliant, warm light flowed from her fingertips, enveloping the entire cottage. In the blink of an eye, the old woman's small, dilapidated hut transformed. The thatched roof became sturdy tile, the mud walls turned into smooth, polished wood, and the entire house shone with a soft, golden glow, filled with everything she could ever need. The fairy looked at the old woman one last time, her eyes filled with gratitude. Then she dissolved into a shimmering ray of golden light and descended into the sky, disappearing from sight. All that remained where she once stood was the empty snail shell, gleaming on the floor with the brilliance of a tiny sun. From that day forward, the kind old woman lived the rest of her life in comfort and peace, never forgetting the celestial girl who had briefly been her daughter. And in the villages of Vietnam, a new belief was born. It was said that whenever someone spotted a golden snail glistening in the rice fields, it was not just a beautiful sight. It was a sign of good fortune, a blessing from the heavens, and a timeless reminder of the incredible power of kindness, a reminder of the gentle old woman who once cared for a lonely little snail and was rewarded beyond her wildest dreams. What a beautiful story about how a simple act of kindness can lead to the most magical of outcomes. It teaches us that compassion has a power all its own. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey today. If you enjoyed this story, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more legends from across the globe. We love having you here with us. Until next time, stay curious and keep sharing kindness.